These are the best of Detroit's full-size muscle cars. Number 16. Plymouth Fury GT. To get a Chrysler, you might have to break your back and work extra hard. So, out of the generosity and consideration of the less buoyant, Chrysler Corporation started the Plymouth brand. The Plymouth was Chrysler's more affordable brand, but that didn't mean it only made boring cars. The 1970 Fury GT proved that Plymouth had serious muscle. The Fury GT was a two-door coupe that came with a standard engine for the 1970 Plymouth Fury GT, the 440 cubic inch V8 7.2 liters, available with two configurations, a 4-barrel carburetor producing 350 horsepower or an optional 6-barrel setup known as the 6-pack, which produced 390 horsepower, which also comes with 3 Holley 2-barrel carburetors. If you had the opportunity, would you choose the 4-barrel or the 6-barrel 6-pack configuration for your Fury GT? However, you might want to know that the only transmission offered on both models was the 727 TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic. The 3-speed automatic transmission added to the car's appeal, solidifying its place in Plymouth's lineup. While the Fury GT didn't achieve the sales success it deserved, it still marked a significant upgrade from Plymouth's other offerings, proving that muscle wasn't exclusive to premium brands. But if you thought the Fury GT was powerful, wait until you see the limited-run Chrysler 300 HURST, a machine that merged performance with exclusivity. Number 15. Chrysler 300 HURST. From the 1950s through the 1960s, Chrysler's letter cars were stars. These high-powered coupes and convertibles screamed luxury, from their bespoke interiors and leather upholstery to the powerful engines. If you had a letter car, you were wealthy. However, production was stopped in 1965, and those who were saving to get a new model of the range were crushed. Nobody thought a true 300 series car would ever be produced. In 1970, Chrysler wheeled out a surprise. The company paired with the famous transmission company HURST to produce the very limited Chrysler 300 HURST. Only 500 units were produced, so buying one was such a huge deal. The HURST had a special white and gold paint job for its exterior, and something similar for its interior. It also had a rear spoiler that was consolidated into the rear deck lid. Beneath the hood was a true beast. The 440 V8 engine pushed out 395 horsepower, and climbing to a remarkable acceleration was not a problem. The model was only produced for a year, so those who got one were lucky. But what made this car truly special wasn't just its limited numbers, it was the beast lurking under the hood. Some might consider this model a forgotten one, but the gold and white Superstar will forever be dear to true Chrysler lovers. However, what do you think makes the Chrysler 300 HURST so special? Do you think the exclusive Chrysler 300 HURST with its limited 500 units could outshine the sheer power of the Pontiac Catalina 2x2 on the open road? Let us know in the comments. But before that, this next model is nowhere near limited, but boy, was it a star. Number 14. Buick Wildcat. In the early 60s, the Thunderbirds and the Eldorados were the top players among the younger generation. This was because they were both luxurious and fun to drive, matching the taste of the young and successful people. So to compete in that market, Buick introduced the Wildcat in 1962. The Wildcat was one of the first personal luxury coupes that featured a performance-tuned engine and other speed options. These full-size coupes came with a range of luxury options. Being a Buick, no one expected anything less. The Wildcat further stood out because it was available as a regular 4-door hardtop, 2-door coupe, or convertible. So yeah, every model of the Wildcat was indeed impressive. They all had powerful V8 engines beneath their hoods, but the major show stealer was the 1967 model. This beauty came with a mighty 430 V8 engine that gave off 360 sweet ponies. At that time, this kind of power was unheard of in a sedan or coupe. So imagine how thrilling it was for the owners of this model. By representing a picture-perfect image of the blend of power, engineering innovation, and performance that resonated strongly with consumers during a time when muscle cars were gaining popularity, the Wildcat was a must-get for people who understood the exclusivity it provided. Yeah, the Wildcat was great, even while it may pale in comparison to the next car on the list. Which model of the Buick Wildcat do you think is the most impressive? Number 13. Pontiac Catalina 2+2. The regular Catalina was a decent model with good looks and impressive features, but the Catalina 2+2 took things to the next level. This high-performance variant boasted a fire-breathing 421 V8 engine that was the envy of other muscle cars on the market. What really set the Catalina 2+2 apart, however, was the availability of the tri-power intake system, an option also offered on the popular Pontiac GTO. This innovative setup utilized 3 two-barrel carburetors to deliver a remarkable 376 horsepower, making the Catalina 2+2 an extremely exciting proposition for performance-minded buyers. Coupled with the option for limited slip differentials, heavy-duty brakes, and steering, the Catalina 2+2 could truly hold its own against the best muscle cars of the era. Despite the impressive capabilities, production was limited to just 11,521 units, further cementing its status as a highly desirable and exclusive performance offering from Pontiac. On to more important questions. Would you choose the Catalina 2+2 over the popular Pontiac GTO? Number 12. Buick Riviera GS. The early 1960s was dominated by the allure of European luxury grand touring coupes, with Ferraris and Maseratis captivating enthusiasts worldwide. Determined not to let the American automakers fall behind, General Motors introduced the Buick Riviera in 1962, a car that instantly became a bestseller, blending elegance and class that nearly outmatched the Ford Thunderbird. However, Buick wanted the Riviera to provide even more performance and excitement. In 1965, the iconic Riviera Grand Sport GS variant was born, and it proved to be a formidable competitor to the renowned European sports cars. Equipped with a larger 425 cubic inch engine and an upgraded suspension, the Riviera GS could accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 7.9 seconds. Making it one of the best performing sports cars of the era. The Riviera GS's impressive performance and striking design allowed it to hold its own against the likes of Ferraris and Maseratis, offering American buyers a thrilling domestic alternative to the prestigious European marquees. Buick's engineering and design teams had gone to great lengths to ensure the Riviera GS could compete with the best that Europe had to offer, making it a truly remarkable achievement for an American automaker at the time. With the Riviera GS setting the bar so high, it's no wonder the next model we'll explore, the Chevy Monte Carlo SS, is also quite impressive in its own right. Number 11. Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS. In the early 1960s, Chevrolet had firmly established itself as a key supplier of well-crafted, mid-price vehicles. However, in the late 1960s, the company set its sights on the luxury market, and the result was the 1970 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. This sleek coupe was built on a modified Chevelle platform, boasting a stylish design and a well-appointed interior. While the base Monte Carlo models came equipped with smaller V8 engines, Chevrolet also offered a high-performance SS 454 package that was a true force to be reckoned with. This variant featured a massive 7.4-liter V8 engine that produced an impressive 360 horsepower, allowing the Monte Carlo SS to accelerate from 0 to 60 in remarkable time. Despite the SS's 452 stellar performance credentials, it was a relatively rare sight on the road, as many buyers opted for the more traditional Camaro or Corvette if they were in the market for a luxurious and powerful Chevrolet. While the Monte Carlo SS carved out a niche for itself, the Oldsmobile Starfire took a different approach to full-size performance. The Starfire offered buyers a unique and compelling alternative to the rapidly evolving world of American muscle cars. Number 10. Oldsmobile Starfire. The Detroit-based Oldsmobile brand had long been a player in the muscle car segment, but it wasn't until the 1960s that they truly stepped up to compete with the incredible offerings from other American manufacturers. Enter the Oldsmobile Starfire, a model that not only delivered exhilarating performance, but also oozed luxury and refinement. Under the hood, the Starfire boasted a potent 394 cubic inch V8 engine that produced a thrilling 330 horsepower, ensuring it can more than hold its own against the best muscle cars on the market. However, where the Starfire truly shone was in its sumptuous interior. While the exterior may have resembled any other full-size Oldsmobile, The cabin was a true revelation. Plush leather bucket seats, a center console with a tachometer, and a console-mounted floor shifter for the automatic transmission. The Starfire's interior felt worth every penny of its premium price tag. The attention to detail and the high-quality materials used created an ambience that set Starfire apart from its more pedestrian peers. The blend of performance and luxury made the Oldsmobile Starfire a truly compelling offering for buyers in the market for a full-size muscle car that could also coddle them in style. It's no wonder the Starfire was so highly sought after, even with its premium price point. Of course, we'd be remiss not to mention the equally impressive Coupe DeVille, which offered its unique take on the full-size performance coupe. The 1949 Cadillac Coupe DeVille held a special significance as it marked the 1 millionth Cadillac built, a true milestone for the iconic American luxury brand. However, the Coupe DeVille's impact extended far beyond its production milestone, as it introduced several innovative features that would go on to shape the future of the automobile industry. Under the hood, the Coupe DeVille boasted a modern overhead value engine that produced a then impressive 160 horsepower, enabling the car to reach speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, a remarkable feat for the time. But the Coupe DeVille's most revolutionary aspect was its rear groundbreaking hardtop design. The Coupe DeVille featured a unique roofline and window configuration that eliminated the traditional B-pillar between the front and rear windows. This not only enhanced visibility and styling, but also paved the way for the immensely popular hardtop body style that would become a staple of future Cadillac and American luxury coupe models. The Coupe DeVille's innovative design and engineering, coupled with its unparalleled luxury, made it a highly sought-after and prestigious model, despite its premium price tag. Buyers were more than willing to pay the premium for the privilege of owning this revolutionary Cadillac. With the iconic Coupe DeVille setting a new benchmark, let's now explore the equally impressive Buick Roadmaster. Number 8. Buick Roadmaster. Buick's iconic Roadmaster name carried a legacy, with each new generation striving to improve on the last. After initially producing the Roadmaster from 1936 to 1942, Buick revived the nameplate in 1946, continuing its production until 1958. The company would later resurrect the Roadmaster once again in 1991, determined to uphold the model's tradition of delivering rear-wheel drive, full-size luxury. While earlier Roadmaster models relied on more modest powertrains, producing between 120 and 130 horsepower, the final 1996 iteration saw a significant power upgrade. This swan-song model was equipped with a potent 5.7-liter V8 engine that churned out an impressive 260 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, providing a more exhilarating driving experience. For its 6-year production run, Buick managed to sell over 200,000 Roadmasters, cementing the model's status as a beloved and successful full-size luxury offering. Despite the nameplate's eventual discontinuation, it would come as no surprise if Buick were to once again revive the Roadmaster in the future, as the company continues to build upon its storied heritage. Now, let's turn our attention to another remarkable vehicle from General Motors, the Chrysler C300. Number 7. Chrysler C300. In the momentous year of 1955, the automotive world witnessed the birth of a true legend, the Chrysler C300. Alongside landmark events like Elvis Presley's first television appearance and the opening of the first McDonald's restaurant, the C300 emerged as a groundbreaking innovation in the realm of stock car racing. Powered by a remarkable 300 horsepower engine, the C300 was a force to be reckoned with on the track. Chrysler had equipped the car with a race-tuned camshaft and twin 4-barrel carburetors, enabling the C300 to accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 9 seconds and reach a top speed of 130 miles per hour, an astonishing feat for the era. But the C300's impact went far beyond mere straight-line performance. The car quickly made a name for itself in the highly competitive world of stock car racing, claiming victories in an impressive 37 events. Chrysler had reason to be proud, as the C300 established itself as a major innovation and a benchmark for future high-performance stock cars. The C300's domination on the track cemented its legacy as a true icon for the 1950s, leaving an indelible mark on the automotive industry and motorsports history. While the C300 shone brightly, we now turn our attention to another notable model, the Ford 7-liter, which offered a unique perspective on high-performance American cars of the era. Number 6. Ford Galaxie 500 7-liter. While some amazing vehicles never quite reached the limelight, often overshadowed by more prominent models, the Ford 7-liter is a prime example of a car that deserved far more recognition than it received. In the mid-1960s, as Chevrolet was finding success with the powerful Impala SS and its 427 cubic inch V8, Ford decided to up the ante with an even larger engine. The result was the 428 cubic inch 7-liter power plant that the company would showcase in the 7-liter model. Built on the full-size Galaxie two-door hardtop and convertible platform, the 7-liter boasted an incredible 345 horsepower, a truly impressive figure for the era. But what set this car apart was its exceptional blend of performance and luxury. Along with the potent 7-liter V8, the 7-liter came standard with features like air conditioning and bucket seats, while also offering a host of optional extras like special paint colors and a heavy-duty suspension. However, despite its impressive credentials, the 7-liter struggled to gain the same level of attention and acclaim as models like the Chevy Impala SS or even Pontiac's full-size offerings. The car's understated marketing and the public's focus on more overtly sporty muscle cars likely contributed to the 7-liter remaining an underappreciated gem. Nevertheless, the Ford 7-liter remains an intriguing and capable full-size performance car that deserved recognition for its unique position in the market. While the Ford 7-liter may not have received the level of recognition it deserved, our next car, the Mercury, was eager to carve out its own space in the full-size performance market with the introduction of the Marauder. Number 5. Mercury Marauder. The Mercury Marauder was a true force to be reckoned with, a menacing presence that left its competition trembling in its wake. Ford's luxury division had taken one of its more mundane sedans and transformed it into a top-tier performance machine, and the results were simply captivating. The Marauder's bold and striking silhouette was a clear indication of its performance intentions. Offered as a pillarless hardtop coupe in 1963, the Marauder's roofline was sleek, rackish, and decidedly sporty, eschewing the more traditional three-box sedan profile. In 1964, Mercury even expanded the Marauder lineup to include a four-door variant, further broadening its appeal. Under the hood, the Marauder was no less impressive, with a standard 390 cubic inch V8 engine providing ample power. But for those seeking even more performance, an optional 427 cubic inch V8 and the range-topping Super Marauder model with a 420 cubic inch V8 and dual 4-barrel carburetors stood ready to deliver thrilling acceleration. Complementing the Marauder's performance credentials was a level of luxury that aligned it closely with Ford's premium Lincoln brand. This combination of power, style, and refinement helped the Marauder resonate with discerning enthusiasts, cementing its status as a true standout in the full-size performance arena. As the Marauder continued to impress, General Motors' Pontiac division was preparing its distinctive offering, the Grand Prix 2+2, which brought a fresh angle and innovative approach to the market. Number 4. Pontiac Grand Prix 2+2. When Pontiac introduced the Grand Prix in the 1980s, many enthusiasts had high expectations for this purported sports car. However, the initial models fell short, offering lackluster performance and a general lack of the thrilling features buyers craved. Undeterred, Pontiac went back to the drawing board and developed the Grand Prix 2+2 package, which transformed the car from mundane to magnificent. One of the key enhancements was a large, steeply raked rear back glass that significantly improved the car's aerodynamic profile, especially on NASCAR super speedways. Pontiac further optimized the Grand Prix 2+2 aerodynamics with thoughtful modifications to the front end, helping it slice through the air with greater efficiency. Under the hood, the Grand Prix 2x2 was equipped with a 305 cubic inch small block Chevrolet V8 engine, producing 165 horsepower. While some buyers may have preferred the option of a more potent 190 horsepower variant, the 305 CI engine still provided a respectable level of performance. These carefully considered enhancements helped the Grand Prix 2+2 stand out, elevating it from a forgettable model to one that truly captured the attention of discerning enthusiasts. However, if you thought the Grand Prix 2+2 was impressive, just wait until we dive into the unparalleled Thunderbird Super Coupe. Follow along. Number 3. Ford Thunderbird Super Coupe. The Thunderbird was a stunner right from the beginning. So, when Ford unveiled the 10th generation in 1989, it was expected that it would also do well. However, engineers at Ford took doing well to the next level by producing the Thunderbird Super Coupe. The Thunderbird featured a 3.6-liter V6 engine that had an Eaton supercharger and intercooler. This engine was quite advanced for the time, delivering 210 horsepower with 315 pound-feet of torque, which provided strong performance for a car in its class. It also attained high top speeds due to its aerodynamic shape, but the car really stood out because of its remarkable handling and braking abilities, thanks to features like the four-wheel independent suspension, a spring strut assembly up front, and multiple links in the rear. So, the Super Coupe was great, but the next car, which we have hinted at, does something special, something groundbreaking, and change the world forever. Next up, we have the Pontiac Grand Prix SJ and the Luxury SJ. Don't miss this. Number 2. Pontiac Grand Prix SJ. Pontiac has long been known as General Motors' performance-oriented brand, with models like the iconic GTO setting the standard for American muscle cars. However, when the company set out to develop the Grand Prix, it recognized that the market was craving a combination of both performance and luxury. Introduced in 1962, the Grand Prix was Pontiac's entry into the personal luxury coupe segment, competing directly with the likes of Ford Thunderbird and Oldsmobile 98. While the early Grand Prix models focused on providing a comfortable, well-appointed cruising experience, it wasn't until the 1969 redesign that the model truly made its mark. The 1969 Grand Prix featured a striking new design with a long hood, short deck, and a driver-focused dashboard layout that set it apart from its rivals. But the real game changer was the introduction of the top-spec SJ trim, which came equipped with a high-performance 428 cubic inch V8 engine capable of producing an impressive 390 horsepower. By leveraging the legendary SJ designation, which had previously adorned Duesenberg's most powerful models, Pontiac was sending a clear message about the Grand Prix SJ's performance credentials. The move proved to be a masterstroke, as the combination of luxury, style, and raw power resonated strongly with buyers, leading to strong sales. The success of the Grand Prix SJ had a profound impact on the personal luxury coupe segment, raising the bar for what buyers could expect in terms of performance and refinement. Other manufacturers took notice, leading to a wave of similar models that sought to emulate the Grand Prix's winning formula of blending comfort, sophistication, and pure driving excitement. In many ways, the Grand Prix SJ set the template for the modern personal luxury coupe, cementing Pontiac's reputation as a purveyor of vehicles that could satisfy both the heart and the head. You think the car is brilliant, right? Well, you might just need to strap in tight, because the next and final car on this list is something out of a fever dream. It's unreal, and you don't want to miss it. Number 1. Chevy Impala SS. When the hollowed Super Sport, or SS badge graced the nameplate of a car, it was an unmistakable sign of uncompromising performance. And no model embodied this spirit more than the iconic Chevy Impala SS. The Impala SS emerged as a trailblazer, one of the first high-performance machines that combined blistering straight-line speed with relative affordability. It all started when Chevy decided to take the mighty 409 cubic inch V8 engine originally developed for its trucks and adapt it for passenger car duty. The result was nothing short of incredible, as the 409 V8 could propel the Impala from 0 to 60 in a mere 6 seconds. A staggering feat for the era, and one that even rivaled the mighty Corvette. Chevrolet wasted no time in capitalizing on the Impala's SS performance potential, introducing a dedicated SS package in the middle of the 1961 model year. This package included distinctive bucket seats, a sport-tuned suspension, and a choice of either the 348 cubic inch V8 with 350 horsepower or the legendary 409 V8 with up to 409 horses when equipped with the dual quad intake system. Beyond this, Impala SS became iconic in music and movies for some specific things you might not know. It became a symbol within a vast majority of the subcultures in America, most especially the African American community, with superstars like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Jay-Z using it in different music videos. This is multi-generational cultural impact, which still invokes nostalgia and that sense of freedom that most people think we've lost in the world today. Despite the Impala's massive sales success, with over 1 million units sold that year, the SS variant remained a relatively rare sight, with only 456 examples produced, and a mere 142 of those boasting the iconic 409 engine. This scarcity only added to the Impala's SS allure, cementing its status as a true American muscle car legend. From 1961 through 1969, Chevy continued to offer the SS package on its prestigious two-door Impala coupes and convertibles, transforming these family-friendly stalwarts into fire-breathing, full-size performance machines. The Impala SS's blend of style, power, and affordability redefined the American muscle car, leaving an indelible mark on automotive history. The Chevy Impala SS redefined American muscle, and its legacy still roars on today. The roar of these engines may have quieted, but their legacy thunders on. Whether you're drawn to the exclusivity of the Chrysler 300 HURST or the raw power of the Impala SS, one thing's for sure: Detroit's golden age of muscle left an indelible mark on history and in the hearts of car lovers everywhere. Drop your responses in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to get more videos that dive so deeply into the nuances of the most iconic cars to grace this planet.